Welcome everyone. I know that Mario Kart has been very popular in the last few weeks because everyone is very curious about what is the next Mario Kart going to be like. Well, I'm going back through time to the very first Mario Kart. Am I good at this game? Absolutely not. But I think it would be good to kind of, you know, go back in time and show you guys just what it used to be like. So welcome. I've got a new microphone I'm getting used to. I didn't test it before I did 51 worldwide games. So my apologies for that one because gosh darn the gameplay sounds were massive in that game, which is fine because it was like chess and mahjong and stuff like that. So the sound effects aren't that big, I guess, you know. So I've adjusted it, so now the sound of this will be very low. So that's awesome. I have fond memories of playing this game. I had played it with like my cousin and my sister, and they would just wreck me. I mean, I don't have any like traumatic memories of that. As such, but I just remember he had a couple of games. He had like Mario. Sorry, he had A Link to the Past. I remember I played that and was blown away. And he had this game, and we used to play battle mode. Far out. I remember that being painful but fun. I remember like using the feather a lot and like jumping over things and jumping into jumping off course and stuff and things like this. So yeah, it's kind of cool to come back and revisit this, I guess. Yeah, so it's funny, hey, like I've been pretty pleased with the sound of all my with all the can you drift in this game? Surely not. You can kind of you drift, but you don't. That's fine. See, look, yeah, I love the style of this game. Like, it's so, even for its time, it looks pretty decent, you know. And I'm glad I've got this recording on a pretty decent bitrate, because yeah, I think it would look a bit rough around the edges if I played this with the bitrate that I used to record videos on. So yeah, I'm glad I'm playing it now. Let's just say that. Hope you guys are having a good day. I'm having a fantastic day. Blasted through a couple of episodes of Zelda 64, so we are now in the thick of things with that. Absolutely. Whoa. I don't know what the coins necessarily do. Oh, I spun out. Interesting. I don't know what the coins specifically do with this game. If they make you go faster, or if you don't have enough, you know, and then they knock you out, you just get spun out. I kind of enjoyed that about this game and Mario Kart Super Circuit. Is the fact that you can collect coins as well gave a little incentive. Yeah, Yoshi in these older ones is usually my little go-to character. I don't believe there's a boost in this version, but I think you can spin out if you put them the accelerator on too quickly. Oh man, something, I don't know, something about the simplicity of these old, you know, SNES games. It's pretty cool. Oh, you can shoot backwards, so that was a thing that carried through the series. So that's pretty awesome. Oh, another cool thing about this is that I'm pretty sure. Whoops. I'm pretty sure that. Yeah, he took a couple of coins. Interesting. That some of these characters have unique weapons. From what I recall. Maybe I'm wrong, but I remember like Yoshi having a big egg or something, or yeah, I have to look that up. Because I do have that memory. Oh man, that same location every single freaking time. Second is okay. Alright, cool. Yeah. It seems to be, weirdly enough, at this time, my most popular series on my channel at the moment is the Mario Kart ones. Again, I think people are just very interested in what Mario Kart might look like on the Switch too, which is funny because yeah, I listened to the leaks and I was like, yep, 16th, 17th, whatever it was, that's when the leak will happen. Not the leak, the update, the announcement for the Switch 2. Again, it was just leaked from a source, so I'm not saying like, haha. But yeah, I was like, you know what? If I were a betting man, I'd put money on it. It's a pretty good time to, you know, announce stuff. It's a funny thing, eh? Because everybody was saying it. I mean, Nintendo could have easily switched it up, but it was pretty funny because it came like at like 9 o'clock Western Standard Time at night, which means it would have been like midnight in Melbourne. So it's pretty funny. Like they left it to the last moment to announce stuff, which is pretty hilarious. And yeah, what do you all think? I think it looks awesome. I think don't change anything. The Switch is such a beast, and the design of it is so fantastic that even changing the little things garner criticism. Like even I would say, like they made it bigger, right? But it's going to be heavier. Probably, isn't it? The hardware and the weight. So that is a concern for a lot of people. So, you know, even just changing that is like, people like, hey, that's probably not going to be good. It's like, who knows? Technology has changed in several years though. Let's just, you know, let's say that. I mean, they might be able to have it a similar weight. You know what I mean? Oh, here comes Casey, King of the Castle. Definitely doing better than the, knock on wood, than the Boo thing, so that's good. Be interesting to play this online. But yeah, nah, I had to chuckle at Donkey Kong's face that people were making fun of. I'm like, eh. It's a bit goofy, doesn't it? But that's okay. I like goofy things. My cat's goofy. Reminds me, I need to change like the thumbnail on one of my things. So people can see what my cat's face looks like. This is a interesting last course for this cup. It's just like it's like a Mario course. Oh, I think this one's in potentially. Yeah, I think this one is in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Potentially. But again, I can't be too sure. It's kind of hard to tell with these graphics, honestly. Man, just thinking about dinner. I don't know what I'm going to eat. I was going to have eggs on toast. I love eggs on toast. There's a point in my life where, like, my housemates left to go travelling. Actually, to move... not travelling, really, to move overseas. So the plan really was for me to get new housemates in a little unit in Burswood, which is like near the casino. And I interviewed 3 groups of people, and I won't go into it, but they just didn't work out, all of them. It wasn't because I said no. I was like, cool, to like a couple of them. I said, you know, here's the deposit. Because I've had to pay my former housemates back the deposit because they're moving overseas. And then they just never got back to me. It was very strange. So I just went, stuff is, like, I'm going to live by myself, which is awesome. But then at the time I was working at a pizza shop and making stuff all money. So, like, I would treat myself to Macca's from time to time, but my main dish that I would eat was eggs on toast. So for like a year, I lived off eggs and toast, and like I enjoyed it. I actually, it's so funny when you got like undiagnosed neurodiversity like me. You can get fixated on particular things, but you have a particular taste for things, and you don't mind it, and you don't mind eating it every day, and you're like, yum, buttery eggs on toast, on buttery toast. Heck yes, like, you know what I mean? Flour race. It's weird how I went straight to the star race. Yeah, I was like, heck yes. So I did that. And like, at the time, I didn't think anything of it. Like, I tell my mum that story, she gets like a bit upset because she's like, oh, like, weren't we helping you? It's like, hell yeah, you were helping me on so many different fronts. You know, they were sending me little bits of money here and there. They were paying my car registration, which is a lot here in Australia. They pretty much gave me a car. I mean, I bought the first car off them, but then after I bought the first car off them, I just traded them that old car for their older car when they would buy a new car. So they didn't charge me again. Yeah. So geez, this is a bit of a rough course, isn't it? What's up, Toad? Oh yeah, see, that was a unique item. What was that? What was that? That was really weird. I don't know. Anyway, man, I hope the sound sounds good. My apologies. Still trying to figure this out. But when I figure it out, then that's unnecessary. Sorry, Luigi. Sorry, Luigi. I know you're like coming last. Yeah, as I said, you don't think of them as bad times. You just think of them as the times, you know, as Aaron likes to say. So, I don't know, I enjoyed it. But, so, I could have eggs on toast tonight, but but I am tempted to get like Red Rooster. It's like tropical pack with fried pineapple, chips, and quarter chicken. Could be nice. You know, I should really go into my freezer and get some stuff out, but I don't want anything that's in there. I've got like honey mustard chicken, bangers and mash. So I bought some momos the other day, which is like Tibetan dumplings. The momos themselves, the ones that weren't coated in sweet chili sauce, were pretty good. Yeah, I enjoyed them. I got some chicken rice. Very strong spice flavor. Wasn't really a fan. Oof, jeez, they're on me. So yeah, they're in there. Yeah, so I don't know. My favourite meals still are like plain burgers from like Hungry Jack's or... Really? Cheeky. Oh, don't put me on that banana Likido. Cheeky dude. God, now I know I didn't get a trophy for this. I'm taking it really easy. I'm being successful, so knock on wood. Hey, awesome. Yeah, see that? I'm pretty sure that's a unique item. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe be cheeky and get some Red Rooster tonight. Yeah, but those momos were alright. I remember in high school we had like home economics, and they told us pick a like region, country, culture, and get a recipe from there, and then bring it to make here, or like make it at home. So I recall making it at home, which is weird, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I made it at school. And I think I asked Mum, or I went on the internet. I can't quite remember, but my mum's a Buddhist, and at that time she was practicing pretty quite frequently. So I was kind of like also interested in Buddhist culture and Tibetan culture. So I looked at Google. I even looked it up on the net. And I'm talking. It's momos are like Tibetan dumplings. And I was like, that's really, really, really cool. So they're basically just kind of like your standard dumplings, very simple, with like lamb meat or pork meat, chicken meat, and very few kind of spice. Condiments, quote, like chives. Yeah, there's nothing much else in there, and I really enjoyed them. I remember I made them when I was super young, and they turned out really good. So yeah, that's my story. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk, and I'll be here next week as well. Yes. Cool. I'm glad I picked this up to play. Sometimes I dread playing a game that I'm not familiar with because I think to myself, well, you know, I might find it difficult to talk, or, you know, even playing like 51 worldwide games I kind of dread because I want to kind of concentrate. But then I figured to myself, I don't really give a crap if I win or lose at 51 worldwide games. What it really is with a game like that, as I've said a few times, is like it's kind of taking you guys on a bit of a tour. You know, what you know, if you're interested in the game but you want to see footage, there you go. And then you've kind of got me rambling over the top of it. So that's what rambling into the void means when I say case and point into the void. that's what it kind of means. So I just kind of ramble and I just make silly moves and got my ass kicked at chess and spoilers. But yeah. As far as like the next kind of games I'm thinking of playing, oh, this is very Super Nintendo, this music. Yeah. Sorry. As far as the next game I'm thinking of kind of dipping into, you know, as a kind of aside from Zelda, I'm really not entirely sure. Hence why I just kind of picked this guy up because, damn it, because Mario Kart's is trending at the moment, and it's pretty much, yeah, the most popular kind of season, most popular not season, series. Jeez, man, I went today. I drove 20 minutes to JB Hi-Fi's in Carousel and got this microphone, and I wanted to get a boom stand to kind of go with it, but the one I found apparently wasn't compatible. I doubt that because this microphone has a screw-in thing, so the boom mic would have a screw-in thingy-majig, I'd imagine, but I didn't take the risk. I was like, okay, whatever. But I kind of wish I had one because I'm kind of bending over the mic a bit. I kind of want to lean back and see what happens to the sound. But I don't know. I've really cranked up the sound on the thing. I think there's something in mechanically or hardware wise with this microphone that keeps the sound clean whilst you know, not kind of blowing out the recording, or I don't know if OBS Studio has a particular way it works that this microphone just sounds as is. I'm not entirely sure. So I can see now, even leaning back, it's at a perfect point. So, like with the mixer. So I want it to be as simple as I possibly can get it. You know, I don't really want to go nuts with it. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. The next recordings you hear might be a bit like up and down. And I'll be honest with y'all, I don't really have the stamina to go into the editor and edit it and then have it have it save and take an hour to save. And you know, I mean, I could, but I'm just not that much of a perfectionist when it comes to things. That's where the line starts to get drawn, right? What I mean by that is if I start to really dive that deep into quality of these videos, like I make these videos, I make a very quick thumbnail, and I've kind of streamlined how to do that. And that's it. You know, if I have to edit, You know what I mean? And then I start adding things in, like transitions and stuff. That's when I'm like, oh, I get like, because I am always excited nearly every single day. I am. To, at least at this point, I might listen back to this and go, ha! I don't think so, though. I'm excited every day to record episodes. And I think part of it is because it's so simple. It's so easy and simple to do. And I'm not worried about, like, if I don't have a story to tell, or if I've had a bit of a flat day and I haven't said much. You know, if I've progressed through Zelda, then that's fantastic. You know what I mean? So I don't want it to get to a point where I'm like, okay, I have to record the episode, make the thumbnail, edit it, put the title screen, write like all the details into the details of video section on YouTube. Like, that's when it starts to get no. You know, it's not fun. You know? Awesome. Alright, I think I'm going to be crazy. And I will go through... Well... I might just do 1 or 2 more courses. I won't do the whole thing. But it's funny, it's about the same, isn't it? Yeah. Star Cup race. Alright, so I'll do like 1 course of this or something, and then I'll save it, and then I might come back. I might come back to it. I might just do all the... I'll try to complete this game. I mean, it's quite fun. And not only that, I'm finding it quite fun to chat and still kind of rock and roll with this, which is great. Whee! It's one of my favourite items, even though it doesn't really do much. Oh, these are some of my favourite levels in Mario Kart as well, the beach levels. Just because it's so like it's so wide, so you can kind of go a little bit crazy with them. Damn, want to hit Mario. Want to hit Mario for clout. Oh, that's kind of cool. That doesn't really happen on any other Mario Kart. The flashing blue. That was a pretty quick race. I got time for 1 more. So yeah, as I'm wrapping this up, I just want to say thank you again for joining me on Case in Point Plays. Case in Point Into the Void. It is becoming more of a Case in Point play. I think I said it in the other Zelda episode, or the 51 Worldwide Games episode. I say Into the Void because no one's watching at that point. But now there's a few people that are watching, and there's a few people that are actually returning, and to those people I say thanks. You know, like, I'm not making this anything, and I don't, in a way, I don't really want it to become anything too mad. You know what I mean? Like, I just want it to be fun, just something to do creatively day by day. It's the whole not breaking the chain kind of philosophy, but loading in stuff in a sense where, like, if I'm having a day where I am flat, it's okay, because every day something loads up onto Case in Point. onto my channel, which is like, it's so ideal. And then I can kind of watch as people watch or don't watch. You know what I mean? So it's become a bit of a godsend for me. Playing these games, because, you know, I consider myself a writer. You know, I've written poetry and short stories and such and stuff for university. But I find it very difficult to do that every single day. People can say, like, why don't you just, like, even just, you know, you could just draw a smiley face on a piece of paper, you've done something. It's like, it's not the same. So the fact that I can just do what I can instinctively do and play games and have it upload every day is really, really cool. On that note, thank you guys so much for joining me. Hopefully this sounds better. I'm going to have a listen. I mean, I tested it before I recorded, but who knows, right? I'm going to save this. I will be back. Take care and have a good week. Bye-bye.